Just across from where I am at Buckingham Palace is Green Park, which has become a living monument to Her Majesty. City News reporter Tammie Sutherland landed in London and is in the park tonight. Tammie, describe what it's like at night.
Well, Lisa, what is so surprising about the park at night is that it seems just as busy, if not busier, than it was earlier during the day. You can take a look behind me here. You see the floodlights that are shining down on the tens of thousands of flowers that have been left behind here. And it's not just flowers that have been left behind. We also have many hand drawings that have been done. Cards as well, some of them reading, "Thank you, Your Majesty, for all of your service," calling her Elizabeth the Great. Another thing that's really overwhelming as you walk in is the smell of fresh flowers as you enter Green Park. Now, we're just steps away from Green Park Tube Station, and as you see people come from underground, they come up above ground holding flowers, coming here. I talked to some of them, asking them why they felt compelled to pay their respects. One man saying that she was just an inspirational woman and she was so well loved that it's just as simple as that. He wanted to pay tribute. Another woman saying that in her 60 years on the planet, this was the one and only sovereign that she had ever known, and she wanted to make sure that she came down and left flowers. And when it comes to flowers being left here, people aren't just dropping them off and leaving. What is also very striking, the number of cell phone lights that you see on as people are taking the time to stop and read all of the messages that have been left behind for their queen. Lisa, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Tammie, it is such a powerful scene, overwhelming in daylight also. I was in the park this afternoon with well-known Canadian John Fraser, an encyclopedia on the monarchy and founding chair of the Institute for the Study of the Crown in Canada. The majesty of this park is the perfect place for the public to pay tribute, the only way they can.
It just resonates, this whole area. You know, in the reign of George III, there would have been horses and carriages down over there beside Green Park going, and it just smells of history here. It's just not just flowers today, but it is very moving.
You just arrived here and you see this incredible outpouring.
I think it's a sign of how a symbol and an image and a woman entered into our lives. Often people who didn't realize it, she entered into their lives, just because she was always there. Her greatest contribution to Canada, to Britain, to the countries that she was head of state, was she just was there. And she was a presence. It wasn't just because she was on our coins or $20 bill. It was because there was this presence. And of course there'll be the usual mix of emotions. Some people will be mad as hell. I'm sure there's Canadians, Brits, New Zealanders and Australians who thought the whole monarchy game was going to end with the death of the Queen and are stunned how quickly it passed to King Charles. But that's not like most people.
What's the challenge for Charles going forward?
To endure. I mean, how would you like that horrible job? You got microphones the whole time. What humiliation hasn't he already faced from the media? He's got to leave his old haunts. You know, when people never understood that he understood from the beginning. The moment he becomes king, he's in a constitutional straitjacket. He can't do what he did before, and he knows that.
Look ahead to the funeral. This is a day, though, where the Abbey becomes one of the characters in this incredible story.
The good news for people watching it is the worst place to see everything is to have a seat in the Abbey. The best place is to be in front of your TV set, because then you see everything. And you get the close-ups and everything.
And John will be part of our special coverage of the state funeral on Monday, along with Canadian author and broadcaster Daniel Richler, royal historian Helen Carr, and former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond. That coverage begins at 5 a.m. Monday morning on City TV across Canada and citynews.ca.